Discussion, Facts, Storytelling and Understanding by Nishia Ito. Made with Notebook LM. This video focuses on the author's storytelling perspective of a regular thing. This video is not a theoretical or a suggestive subjected like other videos in the channel.
So today, we're going to dive into this really cool short story. It uses a pretty simple allegory to get at some huge ideas about identity and, the meanings we slap onto things. It's called The Red and Green Conversation, and it all kicks off with one simple, kind of whimsical question. Just for a second, imagine that. What if the colors all around us actually had thoughts and feelings and their own voices? What would they say about the roles we've kind of forced them into? Well, this story goes there. It starts with that exact premise. What if colors could actually talk?
Okay, so first things first, let's lay out the rules of this world, which you'll see pretty quickly are really just the rules of our world. We're talking about the unspoken language, the built-in meanings of red and green.
We all get this without even thinking about it, right? Green is go, it's safety, it's approval, it's a good thing. And red? Well, red is the exact opposite. It's stop, it's danger. We literally call a problem a red flag. This whole dynamic is the setup for everything that's about to happen in this story. Now, to make this whole thing feel real, the story gives our colors personalities. We're asked to picture red as this elegant, maybe a little weary of the world 30-year-old woman. And green, he's a charming, maybe a little bit naive 23-year-old guy. So with these two characters, our stage is set. And here we go. This is where the story really gets going. And like a lot of really important conversations, it all starts with one simple, surprisingly direct question. So Green walks up to Red, and he notices this sadness she carries around. And he just asks her what's been on his mind. I've always wanted to ask, why do you always have that sad face? It's just a moment of real concern, but it opens the door for everything else. And that one question, that's all it takes. Red finally lets her guard down and just reveals this huge burden she's been carrying around, all because of the meaning the world has decided she has. She looks at Green, and with so much vulnerability, she asks, am I really that ugly? And you can tell this isn't just about how she looks. It's about her whole identity being seen as negative, as something to avoid. And she goes on, explaining, I hate how people approach me and look at me. Just think about that for a second. Imagine every single interaction you have is tainted by this idea that you're a warning sign, a symbol of danger. That constant weight is the source of all her sadness. But this is where the story takes this amazing turn, because Green doesn't just offer her pity. No, he offers her something way more powerful, a completely different way of seeing herself. So as she's talking, she finally looks up and really sees the way Green is looking at her. And it's not with judgment, it's not with pity, it's admiration for what might be the first time someone is seeing her, not the symbol she's supposed to be.
And then he just says it. He gives her a totally honest answer. You're the most beautiful color I've ever seen. That one sentence just shatters the world she's been forced to live in.
And Green doesn't stop there. He completely reframes their entire relationship. He tells her she's bright and beautiful to look at. But it's more than that. He says her very existence is what gives his existence meaning, right? Without stop, what does go even matter? He tells her, you complete me. To him, she isn't negative at all. She's essential. And all of this builds up to this incredibly bold proposal, which he lays out in 3 steps. First, the simple confession. I love you, Red. Then this rebellious statement. I want to break the rules of colors with you. And finally, the ultimate question, an invitation to create something brand new. Will you make a new color with me? Can you imagine? Red is just completely stunned. She's caught between what the world has always told her she is and this incredible confession from the one person who's supposed to be her opposite. What happens next is the climax of the whole story. The story describes this long, confused silence. You can almost feel her weighing a lifetime of rules against this one new possibility. And after that hesitation, she makes her choice. And she says yes. A little flustered, sure, but full of this new hope. She says, yes, I'll make a new color with you. I'd love to do that. She's choosing to create a new identity with him. So what happens? What's the result of them coming together? Well, the story says they kiss.
And in that moment, they create a new color, brown. Now, this is just brilliant because brown isn't flashy like red or green. It's described as a muted shade, silent, but containing a huge amount of meaning. It holds the complexity of both of them, a brand new identity born from breaking the old rules.
So in the end, this simple little story leaves us with a pretty big question for our own lives, doesn't it? What happens when we find the courage to look past the easy labels, the symbols we put on other people, and even on ourselves? What kind of new colors, what kind of new meanings could we create if we just tried?